Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Ah, of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than...
Then the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
Interesting. Alright, so we have to go talk to Tony.
Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not to push too hard. Now that things have settled down, you should get some rest. It won't always be this quiet.
I got kind of pieced up by Venom. Or Fallen Venom. I was just gonna say Venom though.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed if Venom had actually eaten a hunter.
Yes, one disaster averted. But we still need to figure out how to get Wanda and the Sanctum back.
You did okay out there, considering you were technically dead 72 hours ago. Not bad, Hunter. Not bad at all. You should probably head inside. Take it easy before we have to go out again.
Not the outcome I envisioned for our first mission together, but you know what they say. Any mystical battle you can teleport away from.
You gonna finish the quote, do you think?
Given my situation, for now I suppose this truly is my home away from home.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? A mushroom. Interesting. Is there crafting in this game? Oh, this is the war table room. Skill essence. Skill issue. Ha ha ha. Alright, credits.
Nice one, buddy. New caretaker was right about you.
Maybe you were worth freaking out over after all. I mean, Venom probably would have eaten you otherwise.
Excellent. I am glad to be working alongside other capable demon slayers.
And that's the... I do remember seeing that. That's the forge. Carol Danvers. Just grabbing all this stuff as we make our way over to Tony. Hey, Tony.
Hunter, you look scathed.
I feel scathed.
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there, with a little help.
Get where?
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
I gotta say, I don't really like Tony Stark's voice here. Not a big fan. Anyways, we're gonna joke with him. Quill, what quill?
I do not have a quill.
Even better.
Relax, Tony. I simply jest. It is an ink derived of the spider lily flower. Red spider lily flowers.
Of course it was. Obviously.
With just a touch of amphibian blood for power.
Haha! Another zinger. And we'll just leave it at that. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me, walking to my room.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me.
Hi, I'm Tony Stark. But if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
Okay. Superlink is your connection to the rest of your team's social network just for superheroes. Check Superlink frequently for updates from the other heroes in the Abbey. Okay. New post was added. First post. What do you mean? We've had Superlink for months now. We use it every day. I meant first post that the Hunter sees. Robbie, you can't keep doing this when someone new joins Superlink is a game. He means you'll throw your spark in the lagoon. You wouldn't do that, right, Blade? Right, Blade? Fine, last time. First, we make Wanda leave. Now we leave her to die. Some heroes. I assure you that's not the case. She was sent to for your protection. Say that word, sorcerer, for you. We both know it is more complicated than that, Miss Rasputin. I took Wanda as my apprentice for a reason. Have faith she can handle herself. Strange did everything he could to get Wanda. So did I, and the Hunter. Take a breath, Ileana. We'll get her back soon enough. Wanda should be here with us. Of that, I'm in agreement. Yeah, cool. Resources, combat items. Oh, combat items. Okay. So we've got team friendship level and friendship level. I don't know how you. There you go. We got friendship level. We got their decks here. So eventually we get to build up their decks, change things around, mess with them.
There's never enough room for my armor in this thing.
Gloss earned from missions can be spent to unlock new cosmetic options for the Hunter and heroes, including outfits to wear around the Abbey. Select and purchase a new Abbey outfit for the Hunter now. Okay. Just mean this looks like he's about to sing, like, Backstreet Boys. Or NSYNC. I'm feeling the sweater. Feeling the sweater. Inspect the journal page, closet, and painting. Painted journal page. Aunt Sarah wants me to practice my letters, and so here I am. But every time I dip this pen in ink, I just want more and more to go out beyond the yard. Into my secret spots. I left my dolls scattered around before the storm, and I'm afraid they're hurt. Do dolls hold grudges? Agatha says they don't, but I still feel sad for them. I guess the Hunter must be...
Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
Complete item collections to gain special rewards. Okay. And painting.
We were all so happy then.
Agatha and Sarah with Hound. Painted by Sally Owens. Oil on canvas. Okay. Go to sleep. Sure.
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could.
So something clearly happened with Agatha, of course.
Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the forge. I think he has another present for you.
Hi, Charlie.
Good girl, Charlie.
My little demon dog. What's that? Is there... Does Charlie level up too? Oh. I pressed 1. I didn't mean to press 1. There we go.
Always on the hunt, right?
That is my name.
I'm not sure we've ever had so many eager new recruits come along in such a short time. We must be doing something right.
Next thing I know, the sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
I don't get it. Strange couldn't just magic his way in?
Something about the whole alien thing threw off his mojo.
That explains so much. No wonder he gets so strange around me. See what I did there?
I'm a vampire. I see everything.
This is gonna be a fun apocalypse.
I'm so glad they have Blade in this game.
Let's talk later, Hunter. Tony'll start pouting if you keep him waiting too long.
Heard you had a nightmare. In the words of Agami Ito, don't be afraid. Bad dreams are only dreams.
Okay.
Oh, check out Blade making nice with the big guns.
I thought Caretaker told him no more guns in the house.
Captain Marvel is an exception.
So, he's supposed to be playing nice, right?
Right, and now Stark is hard at work in the forge coming up with something for the Hunter?
The Hunter needs it after that last beating.
Man, can't wait till it's my turn for an upgrade.
Prepare for a long wait.
For all of us. Or hasn't it sunk into that flaming skull of yours yet?
Hey, don't take it so personally. It's not like they forgot about us.
We'll see.
Do I look like a Tony?
Okay, Magic.
Not that it makes any difference to me, but I think Tony's waiting for you, Hunter. He seemed excited.
Heard about what happened in New York, Hunter. I'm sure whatever Tony's cooking up down there will only help.
Okay, alright. I'll leave you guys alone. You youths. What is this? There's something. Was that just that sound? Yeah, okay, alright.
Now? Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
Ooh.
Still think it could have used a cloak.
No capes.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
No capes.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Ah, the joys of sharing a workspace. And I'll have you know, this cloak has helped me save the universe from extinction on countless occasions.
Could you at least tell it to stop rearranging things on my side of the cave?
I have, but it considers you something of a slob.
You know, I have a great psychiatrist in the city. Maybe you should talk to him. Although, I think he's working for Hydra right now.
Alright, what do you got to say, Tony?
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
We love it.
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. Was this close to making it menthol flavored. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
What's so special about this new suit anyway?
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
Sounds impressive. What does all this mean?
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
Okay. You don't seem to like magic much.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
So why is your best friend a wizard then?
But you and the doctor seem to work well together.
Well, no need to put a label on things. The guy is good at making sense of this madness every now and then. He's not talking to his cape.
You see anything strange around here?
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
A black cat?
Was it suspiciously elusive, even for a cat?
Actually, yes. Thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly I'm still firing on all cylinders. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, black, furry. Cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this place.
What exactly is this room again?
What sort of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
That sounds amazing.
I am impressed with your resourcefulness.
From where you're standing, I could see that. Still, I doubt I'll be branding one of these with the Stark Industries logo anytime soon.
So what's your story, Tony?
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head, and was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
That's, a lot to deal with.
I guess we have all had difficult childhoods here.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to memorize all that at Skrull Sleeper Camp. Just kidding. Or am I?
Yeah.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
Okay. In the meantime, we're gonna do that. I just kind of want to inspect everything here.
Curious.
Arcane knowledge. So this is another thing that I knew about. One of a few artifacts recovered from the Sanctum Sanctorum. Oops. Powerful energy emanates from the inside as the orb seems to rotate indefinitely.
Fascinating.
One of Strange's capes suspended in an ornate glass case. The cape floats in the air, rippling slightly, though the air is still. Anything here? Books.
Interesting.
A desk cluttered with books, some of them older than you, and you are quite old. Alright, kind of mean. Moon Knight hides his true identity behind his cloak and shadow. This card represents deception, but also creativity and unconscious. And the unconscious, I should say.
Intriguing.
It's just a wooden chest. It's rare.
I see.
One of Tony's many Iron Man suits, polished to a high gloss. Though it is powered off, the eyes seem to follow you. Creepy. Appropriately creepy. The star. Nova rises up into the starry night, surrounded by stars that represent the support of his team. This card symbolizes serenity and hope for the future. Yeah, I know Nova. Nova's not in this game, though. I don't believe.
Well met, Hunter.
Yeah. Let's interact with this.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Yale Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Got more coil for me?
Alright. Tony Stark can use the coil material covered in combat to create hero abilities. Only one of the abilities on offer can be selected, so choose wisely. Interesting. So, analyze it?
Take a look. How does this look?
Are these... We have all these. Yeah, we own all of them. And we own 2 of all of them. We're gonna go with quick. Flash. That makes sense to me.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
We get a copy of a currently equipped ability. If taken to the yard, duplicate abilities can be combined into new, more powerful versions. Interesting. I see that you want to talk. Also, there's so many things popping up for me right now. At a deck. Heroes must have 8 abilities equipped to their combat decks. To equip a new ability, you must first unequip the... Okay, alright, got it. Profile. Strength. Single target damage, supporting allies. Many... Okay, got it. Got it. Cool. Single target damage, chain abilities, generating heroism, supporting allies, flexible abilities, upgradable abilities, multi-target damage, squad support. Okay. Customization. Oh, you can just change.
I've always been fond of this color. It reminds me of the psychic flares that often coincide with intervention.
Oh, I can buy all this stuff just from here. Oh my. Yeah, sure. I just want to see this. So there's a lot. And the armor actually has... Change outfits daily. Cool. Oh, they all have different outfits. That's... Oh, yeah. Oh, he gets the Defenders one. I pre-ordered the game. So he gets his one. I can buy either of those with Eclipse credits? What are those? I don't know what that is. Tech tuxedo. Okay. Got it. Great. There's beach outfits. Oh, here we go.
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's sorcerer supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Like I woke up on the wrong side of the grave.
Physically, I am fine. However, I do feel some...
Grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, watery or itchy eyes, common side effects when one is pulled back into the light. Believe me, I know. If any other symptoms arise, you can always tell me. Particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that. In any event, I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
Don't blame yourself.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud over us all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
What exactly is venom?
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
Lilith seems to have found other uses for him.
My mother has a gift for bringing out the worst in people.
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition. I fear the Sanctum may never be the same.
So I know I'm not talking a whole lot, but I'm so immersed into it that I just can't really think of anything to say because am just excited. About the Sanctum's Ward of Protection.
Tell me about your Sanctum's Wards of Protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
In New York, you said the wards had never been broken?
And no one has ever broken the spell? Ever?
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined a scenario in which the wards could be broken. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the more cunning enemies we've ever faced.
Oh, I'd like to know more about Wanda.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
Agatha?
I feel like everyone is avoiding mention of Agatha.
I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm afraid it's really not my place. You should speak to Sarah about her when you're ready.
I want more.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
What exactly happened?
That must have been some accident.
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to control her immense but very raw power. As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to push herself further. Eventually, she pushed too far.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
Okay, that's interesting. Getting some good lore there. I'm all about the lore. It's like, I'm sure that once we have kind of gotten into the groove of everything, we're gonna be maybe doing less conversations. I'm not sure. All I know is I love Marvel, and I'm super, super, super excited to, like, do this.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
Yeah, about you.
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
Of course she didn't.
Everyone loves you when you are dead. Tell me, does that mean you are half-loved?
She didn't describe you as a snarky jackass, but here we are. All right, Tony Stark Jr., ask your questions.
Aw, man, I feel like a jerk now.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
What's your name?
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
I mean, sure. That's fair. Have you always been a half vampire?
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
How old are you?
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
Okay. Cryptic, but I like it. How'd you get her?
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
About the Midnight Suns.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
What do you think of the Midnight Suns?
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
Speaking of training, we doing this? We should train.
I am ready to train.
Finally.
Dang. You really dislike that much, man? Sorry, dude. Upgraded
Ready to work?
abilities. Hero possesses two combat
I
zone
think we've
abilities.
got something for everyone.
They can be combined to create a new, more powerful version. Okay. Select yourself. Ooh. Knockback. Forceful knockback. If overhealed, draw 2 cards. What's the difference? Oh, so that's just 3. Yeah, we are gonna just do this. I guess technically that's the only one we can do.
Do your thing.
Talk to Blade again. Is there anything else out here? She's training.
Yes?
I just want to talk to you. Damn, we can move, man. I guess we are a superhero. I think we're so polite indoors the second we get outside. What's this? Ooh, excuse me. Barely stone at all. This blue-black topaz almost seeps through the fingers when held. It smells strongly of a tide pool and if held to the ear, it sounds of the sea. Interesting. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. That is a graphical glitch, I'm positive. That's okay.
Hunter.
What's up? You wanna talk again?
What's up?
About you.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
What brought you to the...
Here.
Sorry, I should go.
Thank...
Mm-hmm.
So why did it have me go back to talk to him? Hey, Carol.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol. Carol Danvers. You can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Yeah, that seemed pretty bad. Let's give me another shot at that thing.
The Venom creature surprised me before. He will not do so again.
That thing's tougher than a flirkin' furball. You better steer clear of him and his creepy slime shield for a while. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've gotta find a workaround. As in Hydra. They've gotta know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Exactly how persuasive?
Just how far are you willing to go, Captain?
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a quantum singularity white hole on them if need be.
Quantum... what?
You'll see. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Cool. She's now available for combat missions. Nice. What's up, Blade? There was... Where's Sarah at?
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore.
Bruce?
The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you.
Yes,
Hang on a second. Come on, Tony. You managed to stream the Super Bowl to a Kree battleship 50 light years out. This should be easy.
Oh, we waited all year for that game, and you know the Skrulls would have spoiled it for us if they got the chance.
Well, can't you just... I don't know.
Work my magic again? See, that's the problem. This time I am working with actual magic, and let me tell you, it sucks.
Alright, I want to ask Sarah. Hi.
Why, hello, Hunter.
No, you talk to me.
Regardless of what Mr. Stark thinks, the mirror table was guiding our hand reliably for centuries before the advent of computers. I couldn't begin to count the number of
Fine.
missions we've planned in this room.
No, leave me alone, Sarah.
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
The two of us on the mean streets of New York? Evildoers beware.
All right. New York City.
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one for a minute.
All right, so required, we have to have the Hunter, Captain Marvel, and Blade. The heroes have identified an abandoned warehouse where Hydra may be operating. Blade and the Hunter join Captain Marvel to investigate. All right. And before we start the mission, I will catch you guys in the next one where we'll pick up right from here.